Hey, Krish, bro. Yeah, man. Sorry, the due to the technical issues, the live was shut. That was not good. Welcome back, guys. All right. We were looking at this thing, but the 30-minute candle, started pushing up more. No, the net, no, what was I saying? Net problems? No, bro, not the net problems. I'm not a kind of technical guy. I don't know the OBS was shut down. Like my streaming software was shut down instantly. I don't know why. So I will figure it out because I'm not a technical guy. I'm just a trader. I'm not a very good technical guy actually. 4 hours was rejecting, man. I mean, 4 hour is no. We want at least a rejection from this point. If it does, then it's gonna be a very good trade. If it comes down, it's gonna be a counter trend trade, but the stop loss is gonna be so huge. The stop loss is gonna be so huge. This is what I'm worried about. The stop loss is gonna be like 50. No, the stop loss is gonna be like 90 pips. That's crazy. If it even comes down on the 15-minute time frame, we also know the stop loss of the 15-minute was also huge, 90 pips, and that's not we want. That is actually not we want. Because the stop loss is so huge. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna smoke a cigar. Do you guys smoke cigars? I mean, I do. Alright. Let's just wait and watch. I mean, we have created a resistance here, man. I mean, you should reject. Come on. On 30 minutes, you create a resistance right here. It should reject. I mean, if it closes above this area, then there's not going to be any short. I mean, you're going to be looking for a proper market structure to then trade. Otherwise, it's going to be trap for you. It is going to be a trap for you. I mean, which is not good. I don't know what market is doing, man. Let's read the news. You know what? Let's just read the news. What is going on my phone? So, oil future declined on the $1, and with the U.S. crude oil, it's $91 per barrel. And after the Trump says the discussions with Iran are ongoing. That's great. Gold prices climbed almost like 1%, and the spot gold on the $4,526 per ounce. Siemens Energy, AG, no, that's. What about Russia? I mean, I am worried about the Russia if they jump in. Yeah, the Russia Security Services warns that officials must not discuss classified information over the phone or nearby. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? When Putin is saying, when the Russia is saying telling you you should not, you should not discuss the things, the classified things on the phone or nearby. It means someone is spying on them. And where it doesn't, it's always been spied. But when it when the things like this, start rumoring up, there's something is cooking into the backside. Of course, you know it. I think that really was caused the 10 years of the US Treasury yield and decline the basis of the market. See, the US, if I tell you now, in the next 5 years, since the 2018, okay, since the 2018, everything whatever was started, like when you see the last sun of the 2018 and you start thinking that the COVID it has came, the war situations between the Russia and Ukraine was going on, and a lot of other shits were going on, that causes US a lot. I mean, it causes a lot. But when the Trump came up, this guy changed everything, man. I mean, we were about to start a World War III, and it will be. I mean, see the treasury when it comes to the there's a strategy of every single country, not every single country, but mainly the IMF and from the USA. They loan the countries for their the war conditions for their they fund them basically with the debt, and because they owe them, because the countries owe the USA, and for that reasons they take the work out of them whatever they like to. All right, they want to execute a war against anyone, like between Russia, Ukraine, between Iran, Israel, you see the Syria, Lebanon, whatever you call it, you name it, you will see the USA behind them. But now the things is going to be different because Iran is not backing off. Okay, Iran has said that they will they will not confirm whatever the Trump is saying right now. As he was saying, the ongoing discussions with the Iran is going very well. But they said the Irani delegation said that we don't even know that. We don't have to do anything with whatever Trump says. Because we are still closing the Strait of Hormuz, and there's going to be huge impact on the economy, the world economy, right? And that's crazy. And I promise you, if things like this, actually, let's take a look on the VTI, WTI, or the crude oil. Which one? Which one? Which one? Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so currently it's the 89 weekly, daily here. So currently it is at the $89 per barrel. All right. So if you guys remember my trade, I took the trade from the 62 per barrel, which was somewhere around here. I took the trade from right here. I had a trade, I held it for $100. Watch gold. Yeah, this gold is breaking. I mean, if I come to the it closed, like, that's not good. That's not good. Let's hmm gold is trapping. Impulse on sells, yes. If 15-minute candle, yeah, on 15 minutes it's an impulsive sell. If the current 15-minute candle wake up and breaks the low of the previous candle, then it's gonna be a very good impulse sell on gold. Exactly what I am, looking for. A structure is formed. Now what we need is the current 15-minute candle to wick up. All right, the wick up, and at least the stop loss. I'm concerned about the stop loss, buddy. I mean, see, if we break below these lows, our stop loss must be at least 40 pips. Because if the trade works, even though if trade works, but your stop loss is 90 pips or 100 pips, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're risking more. But it also makes sense for the buys, man. I mean, to fill this wick. I don't see any sells here. I don't see, you know, see any sells, to be honest. If now, for now, what I'm concerned about it, I want the current 30-minute candle to close above like this one, and next candle to wick down and then continue pushing up. Then we can take a buy. Then we can take a buy. And buy is in a favor in a way that the 4 hour is bullish, 1 hour is bullish, and also 30-minute is breaking a resistance because we had created a resistance. Okay, the market structure, and then now we are moving up. All right, and if it closes above, the only problem will be it doesn't have any wick downside. But if it closes above, the next candle should make a wick down and continue pushing up by breaking its own high and the previous candle's high. We have 12 minutes left for this candle to close, and we'll see that how that reacts. We'll see how that reacts then. Or it's gonna be no trading day, I don't know. Or we will live on the New York session. Because in these days, like in this week, I have seen that New York is giving more volume than the pre-London. Like the last week we had like every single day we did a live stream. If you take a look on them, we have trades. Whenever we come live, we see opportunity and we trade. But this week things are different. Things are different not because the market is different. Things are different because NFP is there. And this motherfucker news, you know what, the ADP non-farm payroll is there, and also the NFP itself is there on this Friday. Till what time you will be live? I will end this live in next maybe 20 minutes, maybe next 20 minutes. Isn't that true for 2026 so far? And why outperform the London? And why have the volume, but the London have the clean ranges? London have the clean moves. Not the London actually, but the pre-London. In London session, it's always like the consolidation in between the London session. But you see, before London, when I come live, before London session, like at 10 a.m. and to the 11 a.m. before even London opens, I quit my live. I have done my like trades, and I'm always done almost. But in during the London session, market reacts differently, right? So that's crazy. Yes, pre-London was clean, absolutely, mate. The pre-London is mostly clean in these days because you see, New York have very good ranges, but the stop loss and the risk is high. Okay, the stop losses and risks are so high. But in the pre-London, what we see, a quietly market moving. I mean, the momentum quietly moving according to you, according to your strategy, whatever you have followed, the risk, the take profit, okay, the risk to rewards you planned it for. Volume shifted a bit, exactly. Now for now the New York sessions are very good and high volume. Okay, it makes sense. It's high volume, very good ranges, very good levels, high volume. But the problem is, can you bear the risk? I mean, the risk on these candles. You see, let's take a look on the yesterday's candles. Let's show you something. Okay, so you know this move happened. Always look at this. Okay, when you missed a move. Okay, when you missed a move. Now this is a pre-London move, right? When you missed a move, you will see that where I could enter. Okay, I missed a move where I could have entered, so I could have achieved this move. This whole move. For example, now let's clear everything. You had a resistance zone, okay, resistance area, which was broken up with this candle, right, with volume, and then once that broke up, you could have entered right here. You could have entered straight away right here. Your take profit should have been like on 30-minute time frame, should have been like this, or smaller take profits like this. Your risk management would be very good because your stop loss is right here. It's going to be 1 to 2 risk to rewards, right? 1 to 2 risk to rewards majorly. Or if you do it my way, I would close 90% of my trade right here on this take profit and let the rest be running into the break even, and you could have caught this move all up. Okay, this is the strategy. This is what we follow. Now let's see on the London session what you could have to. Okay, it's the same scenario. In the London session, as it started, it market just falling fucking down. Where you could have entered, all right, where you could have entered, you don't have any close straight. It just straightly came down. I mean, that's the impulsive moves on the London or New York session mostly. There are more impulsive moves comparatively to the London session. Okay, the pre-London session. So New York have very, very impulsive moves, man. Where you could have entered your take profit. Okay, for example, if you take a trade right here because it broke the lows. Okay, where you could have your stop loss. Look at this, 60 pips is stop loss. Would you take this trade? Would you take this trade? So this is the difference. I mean, this is why for now, I think in the future when everything calms down, when everything uh, the volume is good, so we can make the we might shift the live stream to the New York session for the better understandings of the people, because at that time I think the people are more free also, and they can you know join the live streams and also have a very good community to continue pushing up together. All right. We are coming to a level. We're coming to a rejection level right here. This is a rejection level on 30-minute. See it. We are coming to a rejection level at this point. See. Let's see. I think it will just reject. Okay, the next candle might make a. It might be ranging within this range. It might be ranging within this range. Coming down, make the wick of this candle and be ranging in this range, and then we'll break down this, break below this and continue pushing down again. That can happen. That can happen. Exactly, that can happen. So we can wait for it. I'm here with you guys for next 15 minutes, 15 more minutes, and then I will head off and we'll see if we can get a 15 minute candle to might get us a very good trade or not, because there's just 4 minutes left. I was looking for the buys actually after breaking the high of this candle, but the problem is we are at the rejection level already. The range was not very good. The range was not very good till here. If the range was good, then I would definitely take a buy on this point. At this point, I would take a trade if the range was good. See, the trading is very simple, but it's not very easy. Patience. Learning a strategy that works is the most of the battle. Strategy. See, green universe, brother. Now, see the example of the strategy. We have a strategy, right? We have a strategy that we are just waiting on it right now. All right, we are just waiting on this right now, to see the market to work in a way that we can take a trade and can trust it. Okay, other than that, we could have taken a buy, we could have taken a sell just randomly and ended up be losing it, right? The strategy is number one. Number two, number second is your psychology. Can you depend on this strategy? Can you follow it strictly, right? These things based on your psychology. If your psychology is good, you are an amazing trader. No matter your strategy is bad then, because you know that, I have to risk $1, $2, $3, whatever, not more than $1, not more than $3. Then only you will be a very, very consistent trader. Damn, this thing is still moving, man. I mean, no confirmations, no wick down, no nothing. And we have just 1 minute left for current 30-minute candle to close, and also the 15-minute. And we are moving towards the London session. And once we enter into the London session, it might be like the ranges. I mean, the ranges that won't make any sense. Yes, it is closing so far. Exactly, it is closing so far. I mean, it shouldn't do this. But if it closes above this level, still there is a hope that the next candle, wick down and then continue pushing up till here. Then we can have a trade-off like what? We could have then a trade of 100 pip, and the stop loss will be 40 pips. This is what I'm looking for it right now. This is what I'm looking at for it now. I mean, if it closes above, right? And I only think about my risk before taking that trade. I take mostly of my risk before even taking that trade. I don't want just enter randomly before, not even knowing my risk percentages. Yes, 7 minutes left for this candle close. See, it closed. It closed now. I don't want it to continue without any wick down. I mean, it should, if it wants to continue pushing up and it wants to give us a trade, then it comes down first, make a wick and then continue pushing up. Otherwise, I'm not gonna taking any trade right here if it moves like the previous candle. Like the previous candle doesn't make any wick and continued pushing up. It should wick down, okay, wick down first, and then break its own high on 30 minute. On 30 minute, yes, on 30 minute. Exactly on 30 minute. I mean, it should wick down and then break its own high. Then we can, have a trade by putting our SL to the current 30-minute candle's low, okay, somewhere around here, and take profit is gonna be somewhere around here. It's gonna be 1-to-1 risk reward. This is what I all want for now. Otherwise, there's gonna be no trading day today. Stand by only. We want to see it wick down and then breaks its own high and to continue pushing up. The stop loss is gonna be below the current 30-minute candle. This is a risk, but we will take it below this zone. Okay, below this zone, and the take profit is gonna be up here. Oh damn, it's moving. Damn, it's moving. Could we take any trade right here? Could we had, could we? No, the stop loss was so big. Stop loss is so big. And we don't want that much to lose. The stop loss, if you take a one lot size, you are losing $800. You're aiming to risk like $800, $900, $1,000. That's huge. That's don't, this is not we want. But can we use a dynamic risk? Can we use a dynamic risk on this one? I mean, to open 0.02 or 0.05 on this candle right here, and then put our stop losses right here and wait for candle to make a wick down and keep padding the positions. That's risky. That's risky. Your max stop loss, my max stop loss, buddy, is like 40 to 50 pips in these market conditions right now. And I trade like mostly 1-to-1 risk to reward. Like for example, if I do $500 risk, I go for like what? I go for uh, $600, $700, or some at some point a 1 to 2 risk to reward like $1,000. I do it like this way. That's risky. That's of course risky at this point to enter. You know why it's risky? Because every time a candle rise up or falls down without creating a top wick, okay, without creating a top wick or bottom wick, if a candle moves, then definitely the next candle or in the future prices, that wick, that price imbalance will be fixed. That price imbalance will be fixed. That price imbalance will be fixed. No, nothing, man. Just vibing. GJ is playing out. GJ, GBP, JPY. GBP JPY. Right here. Yeah, it's playing up, man. It's playing up, but we don't have a range from the left hand side. Let's move on the 4 hour. Yes, 4 hour also don't have a range. Yeah, 4 hour have a range, very good range. I mean, it's a very good range. But let's take a look on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it's moving. It's playing out. I mean, GJ is playing out. But the same thing is the price imbalance, which I don't like, man. Even though your trade is right, it's moving into the right direction. If you take it, if the previous candle didn't make any wick downside, that's gonna be a huge problem for you. It's gonna be a huge problem for you. And the market doesn't used to move this way the past week and the before the past week. Okay, it just moving in this week because there we got the NFP. And I assure you the next week is going to be more amazing. I mean, the market is going to be more amazing in the pre London. But for now, the New York session is very good. The New York session is very good. But the only problem on the New York session is the huge volumes. I mean, it can eat you up. All right, all right. Some people's, are very confused with their levels, their mindset to see the trading in a way that profitable trader used to see. So if you guys have any problems, to understand problems in understanding of the charts, problem for understanding of anything, just share your charts into the comments here. Share your trading view charts right into the comments in the live, into the the comments. So I will take a look onto them. Okay, so I will take a look onto them for sure, live here, whatever problem you have. Okay, so we will try to fix your clear will make you a clear picture for you to understand the levels, to understand the entry points, to understand when to wait or when to manage your risk. This is it. This is everything you need. I mean, whenever you are stuck with something, you're stuck with your psychology, whatever you are going through, you can ask me right here. I mean, you can just go ahead and put your charts into the comments, and we will definitely take a look on them and to make you profitable again. Will help you to make you profitable again, right? So don't worry about that. GJ has tight wick compared to the Zod. Yeah, GJ. See, now this motherfucker is just making a wick. This happens, man. It happens. I mean, you wait a lot and now it's making a wick and it might continue pushing up now. And when we don't have any range to follow up, it happens. It happens. You gotta be used to it. Sometimes, some days you won't follow, you won't get the good, you know, entries. Some days you don't have to trade. So it's okay not to trade because you want to make your capital safe. Or in FOMO, you take a trade instantly. So this is not going to be a good. So this is called no trading day. No trade day. Today is no trade day basically. Imbalance is corrected. Not yet, by the way, not yet. The price might fake out and come back down and fix this imbalance too. Or with New York volume, this whole move will be corrected. It can happen. The whole move will be corrected downside. It can happen for sure. Anyways, goodbye guys. I'm gonna be heading off now. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time, at the same session, at the pre-London, and hopefully we will get a trade tomorrow. Not like that. All right. So stay tuned, stay confident, and stay disciplined. New York, no, not New York. We'll see doing the. Will you come to the New York? No, 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 no. Today, not today, but maybe next week. From the next week, we will start the doing the sessions into the New York session. We will see. We will look up to it because a lot of guys have couldn't make up into the pre-London sessions because of their jobs, because of their work. We'll do London like New York sessions from next week as this price huge volumes will end up after the NFP. All right, so we'll do it. All right guys, so see you guys soon tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care of yourself. Goodbye. Bye bye.